double-bladed fan up here, especially tall people. So that it puts out a lot of air. Oh, sorry.
Is 336 down this way?
Oh no, sir. It's a different elevator.
Oh.
Yes, sir. So you want to ask the front desk and they'll point you in the right direction, sir. Yes, absolutely. Yes. So it would have been important in the Roaring '20s the double-bladed fan, because we got central air conditioning in 1953. And all this furniture is of the time period, including this hall tree. There we go. This hall tree over here.
Oh, yeah.
This hall tree, however, has the distinction, we think, of having been here original to the room. So this mirror has seen a lot through the years, in other words. And then I jumped ahead there. You got a rotary phone here with room service and housekeeping on this, I'm told. Now this is a real phone. It's not on the phone line currently though. This one back here though is on the phone line. So we have to have a working phone in every suite. So this one has a dial tone. If you want to listen to the dial tone, you can. We just have to have a working phone in every suite, so that one is a real phone. Yes, sir. Got an old ashtray, as it would have been throughout the hotel, of course, at the time. And then you've got a vacuum tube radio over here. And come on with me, I'll show you a few other things. We'll also discuss the legend of Annalisa Netherly. So upon entering this room, a lot of people notice, especially during the daytime, you can notice the bars on the windows. Those have a history behind them. There was a time, and actually it may not be what you think if you've heard anything about 311 too. So there was a time when some of our guests would climb out of their lower story windows, hop on the Union Station train across the street from us, bypass the front desk, and not pay their bill. So we put bars on all bottom 3 floors in order to prevent that from happening. Now, fire code came in and said you can't trap people in a hotel, it's a fire hazard. So we took all the bars down at that point. So, except for this room. This room retained its bars. Now that was important, that this room kept its bars, because in 1931, this is the other thing that you may have heard before, I don't know, but 1931, an infamous criminal stayed at the Reed House. He was incarcerated with the police, and he caught on tax evasion, the only thing they can make stick. He was tried, convicted, brought north by the police from it. Let's see, Atlanta's that way, yeah. From Atlanta toward Chicago, stopped in Chattanooga on the way. So this is Al Capone, of course. So usually you think of a criminal as someone you put in the dungeon, if in a hotel at all. But Capone was Capone, so he got a nice suite with bars on his windows, and so he got this room. With bars on his windows, and also I'm told we had guards out here on the roof to keep him in, but also to protect him because the man had enemies. I will say it is ironic, though, that they put a murderer like Capone in the same room that a murder had happened. So that was 1931 that he was here. 4 years earlier, 1927. Is when Annalisa Netherly's story begins in Suite 311. So Annalisa Netherly was, let's see, she was a pretty young lady, probably in her early 20s, married. Her husband was on a long business trip. He had left her here probably with a lot of money on extended stay, which I guess you'd need a lot of money to stay here for a long time. And she left alone with lots of time on her hands, spacious suite, lots of money. She probably got a little bored, a little ennui set in, and she went downstairs to the bar and billiards, where she found handsome young gentlemen playing billiards down there, and well, sparks flew, chemistry happened. Miss Netherly apparently cheated on Mr. Netherly several times while at the Reed House. Mr. Netherly, the shrewd businessman that he was, had contacts in Chattanooga, keeping an eye on her. He found out. He was incensed. He came back to Chattanooga, found the Reed House, located her room, barged in. She was bathing at the time. You want to hear if you wish.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to take pictures here. Yeah.
And Lisa was bathing at the time. He took a straight razor off the counter and, well, slit her throat. Cut her head almost completely off, actually. Housekeeping found her a few days later. It was a nasty surprise, and it's why we're not surprised if Annalisa Netherly continues to haunt Suite 311. So that's her story. Feel free to take any pictures. Just know that Annalisa has been known to photobomb pictures.
Yes.
So, see, his guests she tends to be agitated mostly by guests who stay overnight. And also, she doesn't like men who smoke in particular, she doesn't seem to like. We've noticed that through the 100 years just about that she's been here. Let's see. Yeah, so we allow guests to stay here overnight in October. On occasion in October, so Saturday, so far it's been Saturdays leading up to Halloween lately, and then Halloween itself. The Saturdays would be $666 plus tax, plus a $500 deposit, because we don't want our furniture torn up and stuff. And then Halloween is $999 plus tax.
Mm-hmm.
But they're upping the price this year, I think.
Oh, wow.
A little bit. So I'm not sure what that's going to be. 13, I don't know. But, so let's see. So yes, guests who stay overnight tell stories sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they don't make it through the night. They often don't actually make it through the night.
Yeah.
We leave a room open. Sorry.
I said they like move us.
Yeah.
They want to move. Okay.
They go to another room usually that we leave open for them. It used to be that it would be free to do that. Now we make them pay to go to the next room. But so one guy was out here. I mean, he was on the bed. He was resting on the bed. He felt his wife sit at the foot of the bed, and it was just he and his wife. And yes, he and his wife. I think that's how you say it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, but he looked up, and his wife wasn't here at the foot of the bed when he looked up. So it was something else. And other people, when I've told that story before, other people have said that has happened here. You know, this guest said, "Oh yeah, that happened to my mother-in-law here just a little while ago in another room in the Reed House." But so apparently she likes to do that to people.
She travels.
Maybe, yeah. So and then you've got let's see what else. Oh yeah, there's one other couple who made it through the night, surprisingly, but they couldn't sleep all night because they thought there was a figure in the corner over there observing them all night. So, and then the scariest story I can tell you is Halloween of 2020. In Halloween of 2020, there was it was a couple who stayed here. They paid their $999 plus tax and didn't make it past midnight. So they called the front desk, or she did, the lady did, and said, I need out of this room. I've never seen him like this. I need another room. Talking about her, the guy she was with, her husband. So, according to, so Dennis Night Auditor, who had answered the phone, he sent up Dylan and Lisa up here, two food and beverage managers at the time. Now, Dylan is currently a server at Bridgman's. He may be there this evening. If you wanted to double check my story, he's the one I heard this from. But according to Dylan, who was sent up here, the guy of the couple had been drinking. He was on the floor, shaking, and cursing everybody in the room with a dark voice. And according to Dylan, the guy was possessed. So it sounds like it to me, actually. But I don't know. That they moved them to another room where for guests who try to stay in 311, and that we leave open for guests who try to stay in 311. And I'm not sure what happened to them after that. Hopefully they were okay. But anyway, that's probably the most dramatic story I could tell you in this room right now, but that I know of. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Okay. Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Absolutely. This is our creepy closet. It creaks. So I call it our creepy closet.
It's fun. I take pictures. It's fun. Do what?
Trying.
Yeah. Do what? It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. No, you're good. I was trying not to get in your picture.
Well, thanks for joining me, everybody.
Go ahead.
When you're in.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm good. Cool. Yeah, I took
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah,